at Michigan Blood. It's 11:22 in the morning, and I'm ready to walk you through the entire process. I have my tag that shows that I give here at Michigan Blood and my photo ID, so I'm ready to check in. I'll hand this to you, and I will start filling out the forms. After today, 2 more pints, and I get my 2-gallon pin. Okay, I've already signed in, and actually I come back to this location where they take a health screening questionnaire. That's just to really make sure that they protect the blood supply to make sure everything stays safe. So I answer all the questions, and then it's blood pressure and finger poke time just to make sure that I have enough iron in my system to, make sure that I don't pass out and to make sure my blood is suitable for a possible recipient. I passed. You are a go. Thank you. I got to start making some new blood. Just water. Okay, I'm here with Jim Childress now. He's going to answer some of the questions about the blood supply. Jim, I've been going through the process here. I've actually donated many times. I'm just 2 pints away from getting my 2-gallon pin. And for me, it seems like a pretty easy process. How hard do you guys work to make sure it is efficient for the donor?
Oh, I mean, that's a huge priority. We try to not make people wait, and we try to make everything move very, very smoothly. And people think it takes a long time. It's one of the myths, but you'll be in and out of here in about 45 minutes on most of the time. Another myth is that it really hurts, and it doesn't.
Right.
I mean, it's a little uncomfortable. There's no hiding that fact, but really most people who've donated blood will tell you that it's not a big deal, and don't let that be a reason for not coming in.
Okay, it's time for the big moment. Let me show you how easy and basically painless this is.
It's the ultimate random act of kindness. I mean, you are giving a part of yourself to somebody who you'll never know to save their life. When people receive blood, it's a life-saving situation. So it's not an exaggeration to say my blood saves lives. It really does.
And how important is it that people give on a regular basis? I mean, we're heading into a holiday weekend. We know there will be traffic accidents, surgeries, people with cancer. How important is it that you have that fresh blood supply?
You can give blood every 56 days, yet our average rate is people give less than 2 times a year. Okay. So you can give up to 6 times a year. So that's one thing to consider. And thank you for mentioning the holiday, because that's why we're here talking today, because every time there's a holiday, the demand for blood goes up and the supply goes down. So this is always a critical time. We encounter scarcities, and so we're always trying to call attention to giving blood, especially during holiday weekends, especially the scarcest of blood. All blood is very, very important, and we need all the blood we can get. But people like the O-negative donors, that is always the scarcest of all the types of blood, so that's something in particular we try and encourage.
And I'm O positive, and I don't always get calls because I'm a very common blood type, and
right.
So there are a lot of people walking around with my blood type.
Yes, right. And O negative, it isn't so much that it's rare, it's that it's common. It's the one type of blood that everybody can use, so ambulances will have it on hand and that sort of thing, so it's why there's such a high demand for it. But people who are O negative in particular need to know how important they are. But everybody's important. I don't want to emphasize just the O negative. We need all the blood we can get.
Okay, I'm all done giving my blood, and now the important stop is here in the canteen. They have plenty of refreshments, just so you make sure you're hydrated and all juiced up again before you leave. I'm going to try some cranberry juice here, and of course, they always have plenty of cookies. And sit down, wait a few minutes before heading out again, because it's important that once we've done our job giving blood to help save somebody's life, that we take a little break to make sure we feel refueled, recharged, and ready to go. Roll up your sleeves. It's a great thing to do. You can literally save someone's life.
Okay, Tara, you're always saying that I get the good treats with this food. You got some cranberry juice and a cookie there.
I know. It was actually a cookie. I sat there and probably had 4 cookies because I was really hungry. But, I started giving blood about 20 years ago, and it was interesting. We talked about it on Tuesday, and the very first nurse at my very first blood drive sent me an email to say she was proud of me for still donating, which is really pretty awesome.
That's interesting, because I had said to a coworker, I said, how does she know that she was the first? And Joy had said, because I'm sure Terry told everybody it was her first time when she went in there and told everybody in the center, this is my first time.
This is my first time. Yeah, I was kind of nervous about it the first time, because, it's one of those steps that you do. I was never a super big fan of needles, and so it was an interesting process for me, but it really just goes to show you that that was 20 years ago. I'm now 2 pints away from getting my 2-gallon pin. Matt Kirkwood has given about 4 gallons. He started back in high school.
Good for him.
And so I'll tell you what, here's the impressive part. Every adult can donate every 56 days.
Okay.
And so if I would have been giving every time I was eligible from 20 years, aside from a couple pregnancies along the way, I'd be getting my 13 to 14 gallon pin right now.
Speaking of, there's an opportunity. If you are watching and you would also like to give the gift of life, there is a blood drive tomorrow, Frederick Meyer Gardens, 11:30 to 4. And it's great because if you donate, you can look around. You're going to get free admission to look around that beautiful venue.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a little opportunity there.
And there's a sweepstakes going on right now. Everybody who shows up, even if, they have some of the checks along the way, like your iron check, if you show up and go through the sign-up portion, even if you can't give tomorrow, you will get entered into a Pure Michigan Summer Sweepstakes, including this. Tickets, an opportunity to win tickets to the Michigan State game. I know you would like that.
I would love that.
So anyway, I'll be out there tomorrow from noon to 2, and I would love to meet you and talk about rolling up our sleeves together to save a life.
Okay, wonderful. Much more coming up. We'll be right back.
That's West.